Howdy ho, folks. The name is Echo. This is Mimsy, short for Mimela, my little rat bat dog. Hi. She eats bananas and weird all sorts of stuff, huh? Are you little shit? Are you little shit? Huh? She always wants to be in somebody's lap. And she's usually whining if she's not. So she's trembling because she wants on me. I don't want to hold you. I don't want to hold you right now. Mimsy, back up. Mimsy, back up. Mimsy, back up. Mimsy, please. Mimsy, move. Here. Lay down. You're okay. Lay down. Come here. Lay down. Fucking neurotic dog. How'd I end up with you? Seriously. Seriously. Of all the doggies. Okay, so today is Thursday, April 6, 2023, the 55th day for the Le Bon campaign. I said 55th, 5-5. Today is 1,398 days since I last seen my firstborn son. Come on. I found something interesting today. One problem with supervised visitation is the message it can send to a child. It can suggest that the child's fears of the target parent are rational and that the court agrees that the child needs some sort of protection from the alienated parent. Thus, rather than increase the child's security around that parent, it may reinforce the child's uneasiness. Yeah. Not only did I get supervised visitations, but there's more stuff in here like keeping the child away from the targeted alien parent. And I obviously had to come to terms with that my son was taken and I wasn't going to get him back. I understood that. I had to deal with it. It sucked. It was what it was. Mimsy, stop. Shush. But my parents not only took my son from me, but they kept him away from me for almost 2 years. Almost 2 years straight. Like, is that necessary? Was that really necessary? They took him away, kept him away for almost 2 years, and then when I did get, it was visitations. Yeah. Mimsy, you're killing me here. You're killing me, dog. You're killing me, girl. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. We're going to take a break. Signing out. Love to the alienated. Oh. You happy puppy. Told you to stay, Mims. Are you so good? Are you so good? I love you. I love you. Yes, I do. Oh, Mimsy, you're a little shit. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about Mimsy. Nope, nobody loves Mims. Okay, Mimsy and I got the My Mama Don't Love Me Blues, huh, Mims? Uh-oh. Mims is gonna kick you. Stop whining. Alright, guys, thanks for putting up with me and the doggos. Stay here, Lulu. Is parental alienation a disputed concept? Where are you going, girl? See what you did? Is parental alienation a disputed concept? Parental alienation remains controversial both within the psychological community and the legal system. The psychological community has not accepted parental alienation as a diagnosable mental condition. That is definitely a problem. Something that needs to be changed. Is it worth fighting parental alienation? This is what I found online. Parental alienation does not protect a child's interests. It places them in peril. Parental alienation does not protect a child's interests. It places them in peril. When a parent's behavior threatens not only your well-being, but also your child's, it is worth doing everything in your power to fight back. If the other party is engaging in such tactics, you should explore every legal option at your disposal. And this one's interesting because it has the word evil. What is the evil of parental alienation? And these are just Google questions. I didn't ask this. I'm just looking at parental alienation, and then these are just questions I find or things that I find clicking reading. What's the evil PA? Parental alienation syndrome is a psychological condition that a child suffers when one parent takes steps toward destroying the other parent's relationship with their child. The alienated parent manipulates the child's point of view about the other parent through deceptive tactics. This one's interesting too. Do alienated parents ever stop? Do alienated parents ever stop? Can the alienation of children be reversed? As children get older, the alienation can be reversed with proper psychological care. However, it won't work if the alienated parent is not contained. It's not going to work if the alienated parent is not contained. Contain. Computer. Define contain.
The verb contain is usually defined as to hold or include within its volume or area. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for contain.
Computer, what time is it?
It's 5:09 p.m.
Computer, what time is it in Japan?
In Japan, it's 9:09 a.m.
It's crazy. Reading about PA and have lived through it, and then connecting the dots later and just catching everything later, just it's kind of another reason why I'm driven to do what I'm doing, because I want to at least help others in any way that I can, if there's any way that I can. I have a lot of alienated friends, and they're all going through different things, and they're all at different stages. Some are fresh in it, some have been doing it longer than me, and try to do what I can. For example, there's one couple that didn't have their kids or family to hang out with on Christmas, and my family, being the non-traditional family that we are, didn't have plans or anybody coming over, so we had company and let them come and hang out with us. And even if we were traditional, I still would have let them come over, but I don't want them to think it was imposing or anything. I mean, anywho, I also think that it would have been awesome had I had people in court when I was going through court. Not even to say anything or do anything, just to sit there as support. It would be cool for people to wear the royal blue PA shirts and just sit in a corner all together, and then the judge and everybody will know, okay, that's really a thing, you have support. That right there makes all the difference, not just for others, but also for you. That you got people in your corner, literally. So there's all sorts of things that I'm trying to do, even if I can't do things like the big things that I want, the proclamations, talking to legislators, senators, stuff like that. I'm not that far yet. I'm doing little other stuff that I can. Trying to build a community. There's lots of Zoom meetings and stuff, which is good and I like to, but I don't know. Not that I've just surpassed it, I still will join videos, and I've done videos in the past, but I'm onto other things. I like protesting, I like giving education, because it's important. Raising awareness leads to education, which hopefully goes toward a prevention plan. And even if all else fails, which it's not, because we're going in a different direction and unity is key. But I want my son, I want my kid, and all my kids to know that I'll forever fight for him, for all of them, and that I'm gonna love him until I can't breathe anymore. Just the way it is. There's a controversy all over online about pronation and exactly what it is and what it does and how you can prove it, how you can't prove it, and all this different stuff. And I get that because not everybody can completely understand, or you might need to have things like on a chart and like proven. I get that for some people it's harder to see or visual or get, but for somebody who's lived through it and is living through it and knows others, I don't understand how anybody can deny that it's an actual thing, that pronation is an actual brainwashing condition, that it's damage. Because anything and everything you read about it says it's bad and it can be, irreversible damage. But then at the same time, in the same breath, they're like, oh, but we can't do this and doesn't have substantial information and blah, blah, blah. Are you fucking kidding me? What more evidence do we need? Okay, one last thought, and I'm going to wrap it up. So, as we know, when we have kids, until they are 18, they have to listen to us. That's just the way it is, no matter what, whether you like it or not. And if you are with a partner or not with a partner and you're co-parenting, usually you like to be on the same page, right? Even if you don't like exactly what that parent's doing, you still back them up because it's a team. Yes, you're a family, but you gotta conquer and divide, and you guys gotta stay a team, otherwise it's gonna be undermining you. So, most parents who are engaging in healthy relationships and staying away from abuse, they hold that thought. Man, oh man. Sorry for losing my train of thought there. Okay, so it was when we have kids, they have to listen to us, whether you like it or not. Yes, and that was Roman about being on the same team. So basically, it blows my mind that, and I understand that there's allegations of abuse and all that stuff. I get that. I understand. There's always going to be exceptions, black and white. There's always going to be questions. But when you have custody of your kid, when you have a kid, forget custody. We're not even to custody yet. You just have your kid, and you want them to do something. You tell them what to do. They have to listen to you. It's just the way it goes. So when pronation is thrown around, and brainwashing is happening, and abuse is going on, everybody just, they just forget. It's like, okay, I don't understand it. We all say you gotta listen to your parents, listen to your parents, listen to your parents. But then, in the PA world, it's like, oh my gosh, what is it? Do you want to stay with your dad? Do you want to stay with your mom? It shouldn't be like that. And you should always encourage the relationship between your child and, for me, it would be my children's father. Or it'd be children's mother, whatever. I get that. I always hesitate because it's my parents, my kids' grandparents that took my kids. So I don't say ex. He's never been involved, not part of the story. I'm married to somebody else and I have 3 other kids with him. So I always say the other party, not ex. Throws me off a little bit, sorry. So I'm not making this quick, wrap it up. It just blows my mind that when we're so adamant about listen to your parents, no matter what, blah, blah, blah. They're your parents, they know what's best for you. But then when you go to court or you're fighting over your kid, they literally they take that one side. It's not like, okay, you both need to listen and you both need to be able to co-parent. And if you're going to be like that, then I get that you're the one that's being abusive. That's abuse. You can't do that. You shouldn't do that. I don't understand. Again, when my son was taken away from me, just because he was taken away from me, why couldn't I see him? Why was he completely, taken away from me, abducted, torn apart, ripped away from me, ripped away from my life. Is my firstborn. Didn't have any other children at the time. I wasn't with my husband at the time. Credence, for the first 3 years of his life, I was not everything he knew, but I was his mom. I've always been his mom. My rights have never been severed. And yeah, I do wish people knew more about the law and their rights, because I didn't know what was happening. And the police weren't very informative, and they always tell you, get an attorney and stuff. And then I went to CPS, and they told me to kick rocks. And they just look at me like I'm crazy. Like, why are you trying to become CPS involved? You just think that the resources set in place and people in authority, that they'd get the picture. Even today, I don't have my kid. I have people, my friends, that I've known since childhood, since just 2 decades ago. They weren't sure if I was just being exaggerating and crazy, or if my parents were really the problem. And now they all know and have known that it's them, it's not just me. Which is great. It's confirming and validating all that. And I love it. And it's awesome. Everything I already knew. But also a little late. Probably another reason why I'm so mad all the time. Because nobody listened to me. Nobody believed me. Nobody wanted to help me or do anything for me. My faith in humanity has been restored recently, thankfully. That's good. Especially because I'm atheist. I know I'm getting off topic here. But I just want to let you know, I have been wronged, and I have been fucked with mentally, but I've been able to overcome and keep overcoming, and I want to encourage the rest of you to keep moving on, keep keeping on, being happy, being healthy, join in on the movement, join in on the daily dedications, the Love On campaign. I started on February 11th with my friend Jenny, because it was one of her 2 daughters' birthdays. She's also alienated, and so that's why it's the 55th day. I have a total of 18 years of abuse and alienation under my belt. And the current alienation period has been 1,398 days. Alright, you guys, I'm a little tired. Thanks for listening. Love to the alienated. Love to the alienated. I love you, Credence. More than you know.